This morning, I'm dealing with let's do it again. Let's do it again. The text, the talk, and the takeaway. And this morning, it is Mark 8:24. Mark 8:24. Mark 8:24. And the subject is let's do it again. In Mark 8:24, this is what's going on. You've heard of this miracle before, but I want to explain it to you even more in depth. Here is Jesus. He comes to this town. He finds a man that is blind. Now, the record is going to reveal that he has not been blind all his life, because typically what the text will tell us is that he's been blind since birth. Well, we kind of know that something is going on, because when Jesus gets a hold of him, he takes him out of town, takes him on the edge of town, and then he spits in his hand, and then he puts the spittle on his eyes and asks him, what does he see? Now, here is Mark 8:24. The man looked up and said, I see people that look like trees walking around. Now, you got to know that he has seen things before, because he can describe trees and he can describe people and what they look like. So here we have, for the first time ever, a miracle being done by Jesus, that he has to do it again. He has to do it again. That's why Jesus then takes and said, look, let's do this whole thing over again. It reminds me of when our daughter, our eldest child, Mahogany, we would be walking with her, First Lady and I'd have one hand and First Lady have the other hand, and we'd swing her along. She just loved to swing. We were in the mall, walking in the park, didn't matter. Just loved for us to swing her along. And she would always say, Daddy, do it again. Daddy, do it again. I need you to do it one more time, just so I can get the full impact. And that's what we find in this text this morning. Here is the man that now Jesus says, I have to do this again. When it comes down to miracles and when it comes down to your faith, there are three things that I really need you to get with respect to doing it again, that your faith might be built up. The first thing is this: try it again. Try it again. Try tithing again. Try thanking again. Try praying again. Sometimes when we need God to move upon our situation and our circumstance, we give up too quick. You know what? I need a blessing. I'm going to tithe this week, next month. Nobody can find my tithe. I'm using it because I ran out of faith. I was praying diligently every morning. Man, I was on morning manna. I was getting to it. But you know, things weren't turning like I needed them to turn. So I quit praying. I used to praise God. And man, when we were in the building, and I don't know about you, we're not in our building yet in terms of full force. The doors are open, but people are trickling in as they are comfortable. But when we were in the building, I would praise God. Couldn't hardly wait to get in the parking lot, get in the sanctuary. I would give God my best praise, but now things aren't happening the way I want them to. It's time for you to try it again. Try it again. Try it again. Here's the second thing to build your faith with respect to the miracles that Jesus is doing in Mark 8:24, where he says, look around. What do you see? And he says, I see people walking around as trees, and Jesus has to do it again. The second thing is believe it again. Apply your faith one more time. Sometimes we run out of faith. The situation gets so long, the circumstances get so heavy that we say, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. But I want to remind you that when Jesus was walking on the water and Peter says, is that you? If it is, bid me to come. And when Jesus says, it is me, come, the Greek word for come was advance. He advanced, he got on the water, he was walking on the water. Then he looked back at the noise. We're going somewhere with this. When he looked back at the noise, then what did he do? He started sinking. Jesus says, O ye of little faith. The Greek word for that is, why did you half believe? There's another situation where the man was believing God. He says, Lord, I went to your disciples. They couldn't help me. Now I'm coming to you. my child needs to be healed. And he says, I believe, but help thine mine unbelief. There are times when all of you don't believe, but some of you do. And that part of you that's not, believe it again. Believe it again. Try it again. Try tithing again. Try giving again. Try praying again. Try reading your word again. Try praising him again. Believe him again. Here is the third thing. The third thing in doing it again is this. Look at it again. I want you to go back to the story. And here it is in this story. You find Jesus says, I need you to look around and tell me what you see. The man says, I see people, I see men walking around like trees. Now, the fact is that what Jesus does, he does the same thing again. First ever miracle that he has to do twice. He does it again, and then he says, look again. Look at your situation again. Look at it again. Sometimes, you have to sleep on it. Sometimes, you got to circle back around and check it out again. Sometimes it's not what you thought that it was. Have you ever been there? You said, you know what? When I first looked at it, I saw it this way. But when I looked at it again, I saw it completely different. What about your relationships? What are you dealing with right now? What is going on in your life right now that might cause you to look at that thing one more time in a whole different way? What's your takeaway this morning? What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this. Let's go back to the text. Separate yourself from unbelieving and unbelievers and let Jesus do it again. Let me say it one more time. Remember, Jesus took him out of the city on the edge, away from the unbelievers, and then he started dealing with him. Your takeaway today and this week is this. Separate yourself from unbelievers and unbelieving and let Jesus do it again. He'll do it. I know he will. I'm a living witness. Be like my daughter in the arms of God. God, do it again. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. Got more about the miracles tomorrow with Morning Manna. If it's your first time, let us know who you are so the Manna fam can shout you out. Share the Manna with one other person. God bless you. Bye now.